Hey everyone, Leanne here from Kingdom Bloggers. So I've mentioned in previous videos how this last Google update, or it seems like continuous series of updates, has completely decimated all three of my websites. Over the last, couple of years, I've managed to avoid the updates, but like many other bloggers right now in all niches across all kind of areas of blogging, my sites have taken a huge hit. And for me, that is a huge hit for my income because this is, of course, a ministry for me, but it's also how I pay the bills. And so the one thing I'm not doing is freaking out. Like I had some traffic loss several years ago, it rebounded. And so I'm going to kind of show you what things I'm doing now to kind of recover the lost traffic, some things I'm testing out. And this is really what it amounts to, kind of testing out some different strategies, but some of them are proving actually quite fruitful. And so I'm just going to show you, here's what I'm doing now. I teach this stuff. I always want to be completely transparent with everyone. SEO, is it a thing of the future? Maybe, maybe not, or maybe what SEO looks like is changing. But at the end of the day, it's time to kind of flip the script, reorganize, and kind of create a new plan going forward. And so that's kind of what I'm going to show you today. I want to hop over and show you my analytics so you can feel the pain with me. So this is a last 28 days, just the default. I could do 30, but you'll get the point here for Kingdom. And I just want to kind of show you right here. My organic search, so the light blue was the previous 30 days or 28 days. And actually, if we go back even more to the previous, so like this month to 2 months ago before the most recent update started, I've lost even more. All in all, when I look at my Google Search Console, I've lost, I mean, it's been more than 50% of my traffic. I'll just put it that way. Um, Overall traffic for Kingdom, a couple of months ago, I was reaching about 115, 120,000 monthly visitors on any average day. I was getting about 3,000, between 3 and 4,000 daily visits, and that's gone down to barely 1,000 right now for the Kingdom Bloggers website. Now, I do have my other two sites, both of them were hit really hard too. But you can see here organic search, and this is something I want you to capture this specific image here, this graph, because this is what I'm going to be talking about. So organic, that is your search engines. That's Google, Yahoo, Bing. If I break down this one even more, you'll see most of my traffic was coming from Google, and it's taken by half at least. However, the actually we could, well, it's not going to be in a graph. Let me see if I can open it up over here. Let's change to source medium and see if it shows it here. Yeah, so Google right here, Pinterest, you can see I've actually gone up in Pinterest. So my strategies, and we're going to talk about that. Pinterest referral. Now it's only going to show the top ones here, but my search traffic in other than Google, so Yahoo, Bing, some of the other ones, has actually started going up. But today I want to talk more about direct and social and other places traffic. So let me get rid of my screen here. So some of the things I've been testing out and have actually shown major results. I've talked about Pinterest. If you're not focusing on Pinterest and you're wondering, like you have little funds, you have little time, I would say Pinterest is your place to be. Continue writing good SEO content because who knows, SEO may come back around and you don't want to diss it altogether and then be kind of left out if it does figure itself out. We don't know the future of SEO. Nobody does. But I don't think we should completely vacate it because search is still a thing. It's just in different platforms. But putting your eggs in the Pinterest basket right now, spending a little more time creating, truly optimizing your boards, creating multiple boards for similar search queries, like I talked about in my previous videos, and I'll link that one in the notes below. that is going to be where you're going to see the most. And I've been ramping it up. I'm pinning, so for any given Bible study topic, I probably have 5 or 6, maybe 7 boards that a single blog post could go to for SEO: Bible study lessons, Bible study, aesthetic, Bible study methods, and so forth. And so one blog post, say on a character study for Ruth, would be able to go to all of those boards, but a very different pin going to all boards. So I'm ramping that up every single day. I'm pinning between 3 to 5 pins maybe a day. I started it slow. Because it takes time to create those pins. And I would fill up my queue, and I'm just doing it on repeat. So if I have 10 women, 10 blog posts, so one woman, 10 women's posts, I'll make a pen for each one, and just Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Ruth will go to board 1, board 2, board 3, board 4, right? So every day, no more than once in 24 hours. Actually, I probably do it every other day just to make sure I don't get in the way of that 24-hour thing. And so I'm ramping that up, and I'm creating pins for other things. I'm going to make another video about all the things you can create pins for to kind of boost your algorithm with Pinterest. But the increase in pinning and pinning properly for SEO has resulted in, you see on my traffic, even though I lost half my Google traffic, I didn't lose all my traffic because Pinterest was already solid. I've actually increased my Pinterest traffic. So I lost this much from Google, but overall I didn't lose that much because Pinterest sort of leveled it out. Okay. And I'm doing that with all 3 of my sites, and I'm getting the same results. So number 1, focus on Pinterest. Learn how Pinterest works. I have plenty of tutorials. I'm going to create more tutorials. Put your efforts into Pinterest right now, because it is actually being very fruitful. Even when you see a slight decline over a week or two, like I'm seeing a decline in impressions, like the reach that Pinterest is pushing out my stuff, but I'm actually seeing an increase in people engaging with my content. So even though Pinterest is pushing it out less, I have so many pins out there that people are engaging with them more now than they were before. Okay, so that was number 1, Pinterest, Pinterest, Pinterest. Number 2, y'all know I have avoided social media, specifically Facebook, since the beginning of the ministry. I despise it. I just don't have the time. It's such a, right? Things are changing. Social media is where I'm going to start putting more of my effort going forward. And so I'm really focusing right now on my Facebook page. Now, here's the thing. I don't suggest everybody run out and do this, because it is going to take a concerted effort. And I'm going to make another video that lays out my entire Facebook strategy. But the first thing is building your Facebook page followers to a minimum of 10,000. And that is not by way of joining blogger groups to say, hey, please like and follow my page, but finding organic followers. And I am doing that by the way of something I swore I would never do. But I'm paying for ads to build followers. I'm not boosting blog posts or anything like that, but I have a small budget for each month to just simply get people to like my page. And again, I'm going to make another video about that. Once I do, I'll come back and link it on this video. But it's doing really well. And on top of that, again, the goal is 10,000 followers. That seems to be like a sweet spot for getting real engagement. But it's also ramping up how much I'm posting. And so I'm posting right now between 6 and 12 times a day, which is a combination of static images, just questions like where you type it in and put the color background, and link posts where I'm linking to a blog post. If you're just sharing blog posts like with a link in it, you're not going to get much engagement because you're sending people away from Facebook, and Facebook doesn't like that. So you have to have a strategy of kind of having a lot of different things going on. I use a scheduling tool for this. Obviously, I don't have the time to be posting 12 times a day. I'm sharing, creating reels in the mornings, and then I schedule out, 8 or so posts to go out throughout the day. And so again, I will have a video that explains that entire process. But the results have been great. My Facebook engagement, Facebook page, not Facebook group, has gone up like 300%. I'm getting new followers every day, naturally, not through blogger groups. And they are actually engaging, not just hearting, but they're commenting on the post. And more importantly, they're sharing it. And when they share it, then the people they share it with are also engaging in it. My Facebook traffic, so the traffic to my blogs from Facebook has also gone up. So that strategy is working. All right, so that was number 2. So Pinterest, Facebook. The third one is, y'all know I do my Bible studies. I have them on Gumroad, I have them on Etsy. So I'm ramping up the creation of these Bible study questions. Now, in the product itself, so there's a list of questions, but I have blog posts that go along with all of them. So like for my Ruth study questions, it links them back to the Ruth blog post. And it's kind of simple as, here's where you read about Ruth, here's the study questions, and if you want a kind of short summary overview, you can read that here. And so on the actual PDF that they receive as their free download or their paid download, because I have both versions, there is a link for them to click. It's a clickable PDF. My friend Megan, y'all probably know her, Megan Allen Ministries, she's also adding an actual QR code, right? And so for those who print out the thing, obviously they can't click it if they print it out. She puts a QR code for the blog post. And it's really, I mean, you can make QR codes in Canva for free. And so I'm actually going to start going back to all my products and change the download file and include the QR code on those as well. This way, every single person who downloads the free questions has a link to the blog post. And I've tested out putting custom UTM tracking codes for each individual study so that I can better track it, because Google Analytics 4 is horrible for trying to figure out stuff. And so creating custom tracking codes makes it a little easier for you to figure out how much traffic you got from that actual free or paid download. And so that is proving fruitful. So create free stuff, free. It's important that you understand the free part of this, because when it's free, you can put tons of links out there, put them in the blog post, put them on Pinterest, make Facebook stories for them and put the link in it, right? And put that out there everywhere. And if you can get people to the free thing, right? Everyone focuses on creating paid products, but if you have no audience, your products are not going to sell. So you find your ROI, right? Your return on investment. It might not be the financial part where you're getting paid for the study, but if you can get traffic back to your site, then that'll help you get to that coveted 50,000 sessions for media buying, or even less than that for She Media. So creating those digital products with a link back to some page on your website. It could be a resource, it could be a library of all your studies, whatever it is. That is bringing me a lot of traffic. Okay, so moving on. Some other things that I'm going to be testing out I'm actually in the process of creating these right now, like working on them, researching them, whatever. I'm adding a forum to my website. I don't recommend this for everybody because forums are a little tricky and you got to manage them and moderate them and things like that. But I'm testing out adding an actual forum into the Kingdom Bloggers website for all things Bible study. Once I get all that finished and everything's kind of in order, I will create a video on how I did that, of course. And then there's other platforms out there, Flipboard. I'm testing out, I'm pretty much right now, I'm just throwing it all out there. Any new thing I hear about, I go in, I try to okay, is my audience here for one? Like if your audience isn't there, it's no point. But if my audience is in that platform, then I will spend a little bit of time figuring it out and testing it. I've been testing TikTok. TikTok is being very, very good. I'm getting traffic to my website from TikTok, but I actually have a strategy there. And so you can't just go there and post whatever. And that's the case for any platform. You got to have a strategy. You got to first learn how the platform works and then figure out how to take your content, what you offer, and tweak it in a manner that that platform will engage with. And so I'm getting traffic to my Bible studies from TikTok. I haven't really focused on Instagram. My Instagram was more about blogging tips, but I may convert that profile into one for Bible study. I mean, I already have, I don't know, like 2,000 or 3,000 followers there. And so we'll see that's coming. I haven't quite decided on that yet, but all that to say, Google has literally wiped out, I would say, about 60% of my income. Y'all have seen my blog income reports. I was averaging from ad revenue between 3 and 4,000 a month just for my ad revenue. But that was based on over 100,000 monthly visits to my site. Kingdom site right now is down to about 50, I think, from Google alone. Of course, I get other traffic. My other two sites, the prayer site, let me show you just again so y'all can share in my pain, because we want to carry each other's burdens here, right? So here's my PFE graph. Let me go back to the home screen because you can see better. So we'll go to this one. Organic. Oh, let me do my comparison here. This was before, and this is now, right? This is organic just from Google. Now, let's see if I can do organic. Pinterest. Prayer isn't a huge thing on Pinterest. I do get some good traffic from there, but it's down slightly, but I've been working on my Kingdom and my Bible study printables on Pinterest. And so in the next month, I will be getting in and creating more pins for the PFE site. But you can see, I mean, it didn't have a huge loss. It's pretty consistent. Now, Yahoo, apparently people and prayer on Yahoo is a thing because I didn't really lose anything. Actually, it says it's up 1%. And then let's go to the Bible study printables. Now we're going to go to the home screen so you can see the overview. Let's pull this one up. Again, organic. So let's do my here. So this is 30 days. So organic, actually, this site took the least hit, thank God. This was the previous, I'm only down 18% here. Organic social, so that's my social traffic has actually gone up 13%. And then we can break it out, source medium here. So Pinterest is up. Yahoo is up. And let's see if I can find Facebook. Facebook was up 262%. Let's see. Yahoo was up 20, whatever, Canada, I think that's CA. So all that to say, where I'm focusing on Pinterest the most, which is the Bible study, so Kingdom and the BSP, and where I'm focusing on Facebook. I'm sharing links to the BSP site on my Facebook page. So my Kingdom Bloggers Facebook page, I share links to all three sites. But the Bible study content is doing really, really well. You can see just on the BSP site, the Facebook referral traffic. So that's me sharing links on the Kingdom Bloggers Facebook page. People clicking those links, landing back over on my website has gone up 262%. Like that's a lot, y'all. And it's similar. It's about 300% for the Kingdom site because I'm sharing more links for that website there. But it's working. Again, it's not as simple as just sharing a bunch of links. Like you got to share other stuff. But again, I will make another video on that entire process. And once I get that finished, I will link it here below and share it in our Facebook group, of course. So anyway, I just want to share this with y'all. Y'all see, I'm like, right, how they do on social media, on TikTok. I lost a lot, guys. Like I am in this struggle with you. For those of you who are just struggling, maybe you're making a little headway and then Google's like, put you down, right? It's like guillotine. I'm right there with you. I am feeling the pain the same as everyone else. But the thing that I am not doing, I am not freaking out. This happened a few years ago, not as drastic, but God's like, just keep moving Just keep going forward. Just keep doing what I told you to do. You know, don't get blinders on. Think of creative ways, but in everything that you think of, make sure it's impactful. Don't just do it because everyone else is doing it. Do your research in those platforms. Understand what people are seeking in those platforms. Learn to like tweak your content into a manner that works on that platform. And most importantly, use scheduling tools. You can't be everywhere every hour of the day. Those scheduling tools, and I'm going to actually create another video that lays out all the tools that I'm currently using. And that way you can see like I'm actually using these tools. And that is what's helping me be more effective. So I just want to share this with you guys and give you some ideas. All is not lost. Some people are like, what's the point? Should we just give up? No, that's what the enemy wants, y'all. But it's time to regroup. Things change. The one constant in blogging is that things will constantly change. That is the only constant. Of course, God's in here too, but in the tech part of things, the only constant is the lack of consistency. Things are always going to change. Technology, you know, how blogging was 20 years ago to what it is now, it's completely different. That is how it will always be. And in order to be successful in this space, you have to have a good attitude. You have to believe that God has a reason for you here. And you have to be amendable. You have to be willing to change, be open to change, and try out new things until you figure out where you fit best. And then when you figure that out, it's going to change again. That is the one constant in this environment, in this game, whatever you want to call it. So anyway, that's all, guys. If you have any questions at all, of course, drop those comments below. Hop over to my Facebook group. I'm going to be creating a series of videos showing all the things that I mentioned in this video, breaking them down a little more specifically to kind of help you understand what that looks like. And we will manage. We will get through this. I promise. I am there with you. You're not alone. But God has a reason for us here, and we need to just keep pressing forward because the enemy does not want us to be successful. All right, guys, that's it. Have a blessed week, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.